Hey folks, Rich here. Welcome back to the channel. So I imagine you want to hear about the pay. What do Walmart drivers make? Is it true? The rumor that we make all this money and we don't even have to lift a finger. Is it true? Well, I'm here to tell you it is. We make very good money, I think, for what we do, which is essentially nothing. All I do is drive the truck. I don't touch any freight. I don't set anything up. I don't schedule. I just drive my truck. They give me a load. I drive it from A to B, come back, rinse, repeat, and so on. So, yeah, the money is there. I can give you some real world examples of what I've made. Uh, in another 4 or 5 months, see, it's June now. In October, I'll be here 5 years. So I have four um, four paychecks, four annual paychecks that I can give you, examples of. Year one, well, year one and year two, just to clarify this, I was on a different schedule. I was on a 5-2-5-3 program, which, if you don't know already, I'll do another video on the schedules some other time. But if you don't know, a 5-2-5-3 is where you work 5 on, 2 off, 5 on, 3 off, 5 on, 2 off, 5 on, 3 off, and so on, so on. So every 2 weeks you get an extra day off. That also means that's an extra day that you don't get paid every 2 weeks because you're not working. Which at the time, that wasn't a big deal to me. I could handle that little bit of a pay cut. I liked having that extra, that 3 day weekend every 2 weeks. So anyway, back to the salary. My first and second year, I was on that 5-2-5-3 program. So I made a little bit less than I could have had I been on a regular 5 day schedule. Year one, I made 101,000 and some change. Um, I worked pretty hard that year, except for my go home day. My go home days from beginning till now, I tend to go home a little bit early. I give up a few hours on my go home day. I'd rather go home and get home at an early time and still have my 2 days off following that. So it's essentially having like 2.5 days off. Um, so I gave up a little bit those first 2 years. I could have made a little bit more. So yeah, year one I made 101,000. Year two, I was still on that same 5-2-5-3 schedule. I made 106,000. And that was a pretty solid year at the time. So part way between year two and year three, Walmart had this national pay raise for all drivers. They increased your mileage pay, they increased all of your activity pay, which will be another video sometime too. I'll explain the activity pay. So across the board, everybody, all Walmart drivers got a significant pay increase. And that's when you began seeing the ads for, hey, make 110,000 in your first year at Walmart. They had a national campaign to attract more private fleet drivers, and it worked. We got a lot more private fleet drivers. So anyway, between year two and year three, roughly a third of the way into that year, the pay increase came into effect. So I ended up making 116,000 year three. And it still wasn't full potential because I still didn't have that pay increase for the entire year. And I also switched to a regular 5-2 schedule, so 5 on, 2 off, over and over and over again, which is the best money maker as far as schedules and programs go because you're just working a regular 5 day job with 2 days off. So year four, which is, on a 5-2 schedule with the national pay increase, a full calendar year of the pay increase, I made 123,000. And that to me is close to maximizing what I can do. The only way to make more would be to work a full go home day, my fifth day, but I still go home a little bit early on my go home day. And by early, I mean I'm still working a 10-hour day, 9 to 10 hours. that day. But I get back to the yard with 3 or 4 hours left on my clock. I'm out. I'm going home, Except for in the winter. Sometimes during the winter when it gets dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll go ahead and try to max out my entire week, including my go home day. But it's hard when we're given the option. Do you want to do another run if they have something, or do you want to go home? I'll just go home, twist my arm. So that's it in a nutshell, what I made in my first 4 years. And I consider myself, at least for the first 4 days of my week, I'm a hustler. I go. I max out whichever clock maxes out first, whether it's my 11 or my 14. And it's about 50-50 either way. I'll sometimes hit the 11, sometimes I'll hit the 14. But I try to maximize my days. If I get back to the yard with an hour left on my clock, I'm getting another load for the next day. And I'll start driving that direction. And I'll park somewhere on the way, deliver it the following morning. So I'm a hustler. So 123 was pretty close to maximizing my pay. As I mentioned, the only way I could got more would be to work a full go-home day or to extend and work a sixth day, which we have that option during the busy periods. The dispatchers and coordinators will say, hey, we need drivers to extend their weeks. It's a voluntary thing. You don't have to do this. And they'll give you either a 175 or a 275 bonus just for working that extra day on your sixth day, plus whatever mileage and activity pay you make during the day. And you get the extra layover pay, which is $42 a night just to sleep in your truck. Again, I'll break all this down in a separate video, breaking down the activity pay. But, just to explain, by extending your week when it's available, you're starting the day $310 before you even drove a mile. You got $310 or $300 whatever, $12, whatever it is, because of the bonus for extending and because of the extra layover, the extra spending the night in that truck. That's before you even drove a mile. So I could have made more, but money isn't everything to me. I value my home time as well. So I like to get home, play with the grandkids, have my time off. I make enough money where I'm doing quite well. So yeah, the main thing I was trying to say is the money is there, clearly, by what I'm making. And I don't kill myself, I work hard, but I don't kill myself. I could make even more. I could probably hit, who knows, 135, 140 if I really pushed every day and extended when I could. Maybe more, I don't know. So that's it. Any questions about the pay, let me know. Put them down in the comments, and I'll answer them when I can. In the meantime, I am going to make another video. Like I said, I have many other videos planned to try to show you guys more about the Walmart lifestyle and just the job in general, the requirements, and the good parts, the bad parts, all that stuff. I have lots of videos coming. I don't do any of those fancy graphics, the fancy intros with the music and all that. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And frankly, I don't think you guys want any of that stuff. You're coming here for information. So I want to focus on the content and just give you the info that you're looking for. So what I'm looking for is your questions and comments down in the comments section. And in the meantime, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.